Greetings, greetings from Sonoma County, California. This is Janet Caleri. Hi, everyone. I hope you are enjoying your Saturday. It could be Sunday somewhere else in the world. And I thought that I would do a video to help you relate to me as someone with a traumatic brain injury. First, I want to read a poem that I wrote back in March or April while I was bedridden, and it's called Never Rush a Concush. So for those who don't know me, I'm Janet Caleri. I am the founder of Visible Transitions, and that is a photographic process I invented to help you go from overwhelmed to overjoyed using curiosity and a smartphone camera. And I used my own methodology on myself the last 8 months. In January, I went unconscious. There was a multitude of underlying health issues, and I went unconscious in the bathroom and smashed my head and my nose, creating a concussion. And I stood up to go get my phone to call the paramedics, and then went unconscious again and fell backwards and smashed my head and whatnot. So I have a traumatic brain injury, and that has required a lot of self-care and soul care. And now that I am out of my cocoon and starting to flutter about like a butterfly, I thought it would be helpful to help you relate to me and other people who have TBIs, traumatic brain injuries. Because on the outside, we or I may look like I'm good to go and I'm normal, and that's really not the truth. And I can only speak of my own experience. So I might look like I'm fully healed and I'm fully active and I'm out there, and that's actually not the truth. There's a lot of soul and self-care that is necessary, and I do not operate the same way that I used to. So I'm going to let you know what that's like so you can relate to me or people that you love or care about who have traumatic brain injuries. First, I want to read you a poem. During my incapacitation, spending many hours in bed, this is what came to me. So it's called Never Rush a Concush. Never rush a concussion. Forget about running around rushing. The concussion's time is not mine. I'm feeling deprived of the sunshine. Forcing me to be present. My level of discipline is evident. Only it knows its timing. Only it knows its suffering, demanding me to simply be. I'm trembling in the energy of surrendering. Never rush a concussion. Did I mention the hives? With an itch and a scratch, it's difficult to lay on my back. Never rush a concussion. Zero resistance is the new hustling. Lay down my fear. 100% acceptance is now here. Open to the mystery, open to the possibility. My new way of living is one of partnership, creativity, and sustainability. In new partnership with my body, my concussion exclaims, "Hottie," then sighs into relaxation. Wow, this simple task now feels like a vacation. Never rush a concussion. Humility has me stripped down to nothing. It's only in the place of fully receiving that my fear and illness are releasing. Never rush a concush. Thanks for listening to that. Now, I don't know if anybody's here. How do I know if people are here? Comments. Okay. All right. So this is a video again on how to effectively relate to someone with a TBI, traumatic brain injury. And I'm writing this based on my own experience. I do know a few people with TBIs that have a similar experience. And I thought that I would bring in some humor because we could all use that right now, I think. All right. How to effectively relate to someone with the TBI. 1, be patient. They're slower. They're much slower, and they have difficulty processing and recalling and connecting the dots. So difficulty processing information, collecting information, that recall just even from a couple of hours ago, and bringing the information to the present to connect the dots. 2, don't take it personally. If the person with the TBI seems a little bitchy or reactive, you're getting some lash back, all right, they're in a fight or flight mode. So they're in a reactivity mode. Their nervous system, what I say is my nervous system is on fire. I'm at complete capacity. My brain feels like it's in flames. And I literally cannot take in one more piece of information or noise. So don't take it personally. 3, pause after asking a question. Please, 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 please. Pause after asking me or someone you know with the TBI a question. Let me process the information slowly, take it all in and digest it, then formulate it, then reach for an answer or reach for that information and relay it back to you. Okay, so pause after asking a question. 4, speak at a slower pace than usual. Even though sometimes I speak really quickly, it's me just being in the zone, and I happen to have a lot of brain capacity in that moment. So even when I'm speaking quickly, or the person you know with the TBI is speaking quickly, speak at a slower pace. Okay, so if I call you up, just know I'm going to want you to speak at a slower pace. All right, now number 5 is speak in a softer volume than usual. So people with TBIs can be very sensitive to noise and volume. One thing I miss, which I want to actually put in my notes here. Where did I write that? Oh, here we go. Yeah. One thing I miss is singing. Okay, so speak in a softer volume than usual. Number 6, speak louder than you usually do. So for me, I have a really bad tinnitus. Some people call it tinnitus. The ringing in my ears can be excruciatingly loud and painful. So even though most of the time I would want someone to speak in a softer volume, there are times when I actually ask you to speak louder. Number 7, expect last-minute cancellations. I never know how I'm going to feel. I just never know how I'm going to feel. So you out there with TBIs, this might be similar for you too. Like, I just don't know how I'm going to feel. And for those who know me, I'm a woman of my word. I'm known for keeping my commitments and my word, and being loyal. And there are times where I'm going to need to cancel or change the plans. Okay, number 8, expect when you're with me or the person with the TBI, expect us to be taking, and you to be taking lots of little breaks, little resting points and breaks. So if we're out and we're out for a walk, or we're out on the beach, we could be at a very small social gathering, not much of that happening right now. But even if we're in a conversation, just expect that the person, like myself with the TBI, needs to take little breaks. So give information in small doses and then have breaks in between those pieces of information. So don't go from one topic to another, or if you think you're going to just give me a whole bunch of information on one topic, I'm going to start freaking out and I'm going to ask you to stop. So give information in small pieces. Okay, let's see. I'm going to write that down. Give information in small bites. Okay, number 9, expect me or the people you know with the TBI to participate less in group interactions or events or activities. Again, their social life right now is all tweaked out. In general, expect us to say no more than yes to social events, or expect us to maybe drive ourselves there if the person can drive. I just started driving 2 months ago now. I guess we're in September, but it was months that I didn't drive. So let's just say we go to an outdoor event. I will most likely want to drive myself because I probably won't have the stamina or capacity to stay the whole time or deal with the stimulation. So what happens with the traumatic brain injury is our brain and nervous system are easily overstimulated, very easily overstimulated. Okay, let's see. Number 10, expect each day to be different from the next. So when someone calls me, like my aunt's birthday was on the 31st of August, and the end of the 30th, all through the 31st, into the 1st of September, I felt like crap. Migraines, exhaustion, couldn't really even hold conversation. So I didn't even call her to wish her a happy birthday on her birthday. So I waited till a couple of days ago. So expect each day to be different from the next. Expect plans to not go the way they're written. Let's see. Number 11, expect how they're feeling to change in an instant. So one moment I can feel like I have energy and I have a little focus and I'm rearing to go and I'm excited about the day, and 10 minutes later or an hour later, I'm in bed with a scarf over my eyes. So expect them to expect how they're feeling to change in an instant, or sometimes it's a stark contrast from just a couple of hours ago. So number 12, buy them fun sunglasses. Look at these things. They're so rad. Look at all the oh, we're backward. Buy them fun sunglasses. Look at these things. They're so fun. Different colors, shapes, and sizes. Okay? Buy them fun sunglasses. Number 13, expect grief overflowing. So traumatic brain injury, there's a lot of loss. So first of all, there's a lot of life and gain, right? Like I'm living, I could have died. There's a lot of loss, being incapacitated for months and relying on everyone to do everything for me, not driving. There's still many things that I cannot do without putting myself in danger in one way or another. Okay, so there is a grieving period, and expect that. Number 14, expect them not to do activities they love. So this is part of the grieving. Like, I don't bicycle, so the bicycle is a natural extension of who I am, and I don't bicycle. I really, really miss it. So that's part of the grieving. Um, Dancing. I love dancing and really not much of that. Okay, so we're in Corona apocalypse. I know the dance, the dance clubs and whatnots are closed. In general, I like to blast my speaker in my house and put on my dancing playlist and go wild in my home. And that's that is stress relieving, right? It puts us into the parasympathetic state, and yet maybe two, maybe three songs I can tolerate. I like my music loud, I like it blasting loud and just moving my body however it wants to move. No rhyme or reason. And I don't do it often. Um, and also singing. So singing is my absolute favorite thing to do. Singing and dancing and bicycling are actually my top three favorite activities, uh, of which I'm doing hardly any. So I love to sing, and I get lots of headaches. I get tired and headaches when I sing. Now, as a spiritual practice, my my routine is to sing at least 15 minutes a day. Typically, I'll do that in the car, so I can sing at the top of my lungs. And again, I'm not doing it every day now. Okay, number 15, expect to be unattached to when they finally heal. Be unattached to when the person you care about or you work with, the one with the TBI, is going to heal. We don't know. The healing time is uncertain, and I'm on to 9 months now, and there's a lot of things I can do easily that I didn't before, like dress myself and make a meal and go walking. There are things that I cannot do without pain or putting myself at risk. So anyway, expect to be unattached to our healing time. Okay, what number am I on? I'm on 16. Do not talk over them. Oh my God. I'm noticing so much, and I'll talk about that in a bit, but I am noticing so much about our habits and especially our communication styles. All right, so do not talk over people who have a brain injury. Just don't. Stop it. Oh, okay. Now I don't even know what number I'm on. That was 16, 17. I got things backwards. 17, no background noise. Okay, no multitasking, no background noise. If you're going to call me, make sure that you're in a position where things in the background can be quiet, where you're not needing to multitask. I'm seeing amplified our behavior. Our behaviors are very amplified right now to me. And thank you, Ash and Sasha and Michelle, for being here. Okay, so no background noise. If you're going to call me or the person you know has a TBI, no multitasking. Even the simplest of things like eating. If you're eating while you're talking to me, my brain hears that fork or that spoon or that knife clinking on the plate like 1,000 times over. And so if I ask you, I usually don't ask you to stop. What I say is, whatever noise is in the background, it's really setting my brain on fire. And then most people will just stop, or will say, let's just talk to each other in 10 minutes while you finish your meal or something. Hi, Catherine. Um, yeah, the multitasking and noise in the background. Oh, it's like the nails on the chalkboard. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, what number am I on? Maybe 18 or something. Okay, expect a slow response or no response at all. Hi, Gina King, Rupal. So expect a slow response from me or no response at all. So there's like three very active, I think, important conversations going on my Facebook profile, like on my yeah, I think that's what we call it. So my bad for even starting the conversations, or maybe not. But I take responsibility that it may not have been a good time to start these conversations. The reality is my response time is like 2 to 3 weeks, and my intention is just good, really good intention. My enthusiasm is right there with you. My passion's right there with you. I'm all right there with you, but guess what? My brain is in the driver's seat. I'm in the passenger seat. It's the juxtaposition, the inner conflict is just bizarre because I'm feeling really alive and excited about life, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take the action, and my brain is constantly, hi Sybil, my brain is constantly reminding me that it is in the driver's seat. It sucks. It really sucks. Okay, so I'm with you. I'm not ignoring you, um, especially all the beautiful comments you make on my postings. And there's a couple of really important conversations that are um, time sensitive, I think, and I will respond. In fact, I think I'm going to do more responding in video. Okay. All right, so expect slow responses or no responses at all. And of course, the last one, number 19, stay curious. Thank you, Catherine. I do have it written in my journal, and at some point I'll probably type with my eyes closed what I wrote. My assistant also said that YouTube actually has like a translation app that will translate the audio into type form. And of course, okay, yeah, an ebook for sure. Yeah, and this is going to go on my YouTube channel. Okay, so number 20, stay curious. Stay curious. And curiosity, like when we're in sincere curiosity, we're in that pause. Now, it doesn't exempt us from assumptions, and it doesn't exempt us from projection. So just because we're in curiosity, it doesn't mean we're not asking questions void of assumptions or void of projections. And those are conversations I keep having. So you can look at my YouTube channel, subscribe there, and you can see a lot of videos or some of my writings talk about that. In any case, stay curious. It has been the best healing modality for me. All right, and so those are the 20 ways to effectively relate to someone with a TBI, traumatic brain injury, such as myself. Okay, now I want to talk about the gift. So do you see the gift in actually having a friend or a loved one? So let's just say I'm your friend or your loved one. Do you see the gift in having me as someone in your life that you care about with a TBI? And can you see all the ways that a TBI is demonstrating to all of us? So I want to I have a list of the gifts, okay? It's basically what I'm witnessing, and with the TBI, as you might start to um, glean, this is so helpful. Thank you for sharing and so relate. Good. I'm so glad it's helpful and relatable and valuable. Yay. Gina, yay, yay, yay. Good. Yeah, because I'm out there in the world now, not 100%, but enough where I'm interacting and I can feel I can feel these expectations of me and these assumptions of me, and it's not a criticism, it's just natural human tendency. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let people know what's going on for me. And I think a lot of people with TBIs relate to this and how you can relate to us. So thank you. And of course, you can choose not to relate to us in this way. That won't be pretty, as Catherine and some of my friends and my colleagues have already witnessed me as barking. All right. So can you see all the ways that a TBI is demonstrating to all of us to slow down? Slow down. The TBI is demonstrating to all of us to slow down. Ironically, this accident happened January 16th, and about 2 months to the day is when Corona apocalypse began, the lockdowns began. So we're all experiencing this. I'm experiencing it on a greater level due to my TBI. And I'm just laughing at the irony of Corona apocalypse coming in and literally mimicking my experience. So, okay. So it's demonstrating to all of us to slow down, pause in curiosity, and that could be a WTF, to stay focused on one thing at a time, to be unattached to the plan. Come on, it's 2020. I've been waiting for this year since I was 25 years old. That's like 1992, 1991. Okay, I have been waiting for this year. I knew something amazing was going to happen this year. All right, so being unattached to the plan. I planned to finish my second book this year. I planned to launch my Train the Trainer program this year. Be unattached to the pace with which things are going, your goals, getting your business back running, your kids and their school or that go into college. Just be unattached to the pace. Be unattached to the pace of your healing. Release the need to control. So, of course, be in the driver's seat, right? Have that sovereignty, the self-governing, being in the driver's seat, and release the need to control. Trust that life has your back. And the best way to trust that life has your back is to relax long enough, like pause in that curiosity long enough to feel and see the evidence, that life has your back. Yeah, so being bedbound for months in the dark, I was a very clear witness to the zig and the zag of let me fill my schedule so full that I have no time for soul care in order to avoid my true feelings and reality. And that's exactly what Corona Apocalypse is doing as well. So the TBI, Corona Apocalypse, they're both really giving this, what I see is the gift, is actually slowing down and opening your schedule, your calendar for in order to have your soul care and to be with what is to be with reality. So I call it the corona apocalypse because the apocalypse is the unveiling of the truth. And we are seeing that in so many ways on a macro and a micro level. And I was the witness to where busy is sacred and rushing here and there is the popular self-care. So I'll say it with a Boston accent. So rushing here and there is the popular self-care. That's the way the world was, right? Busy is sacred, rushing here and there is the popular self-care. So I'm here to say to you that the zero resistance, that curiosity, slow down, being focused, being unattached to the plan and the pace, that's the new hustling. We are in the new hustling. The new hustling is the slow, calm, curious state. Okay, I think that's it. So I'll figure out a way to get all these steps, not steps, but items on how to effectively relate to someone with a TBI. I'll get it written down somehow, and I'll put it in the comments here, and then I will put it, I'm going to put this video on YouTube. My assistant will put it on YouTube, and it will be under the video in the description. So thank you, Catherine and Gina. Yeah, I'm so glad it's helpful, and I hope many people can watch this and see the beauty in it all. Okay, stay curious. Bye for now.